Good day everyone. Good day Ma'am Ayla. I am Jessa Tagsid and I am the last reporter of Chapter 9, the multicultural marketing. So my topic for today's video is all about the last topic of this chapter is all about the issues and challenges of international financial and monetary system. So I know or we are already familiar about what is IFMS or the International Financial and Monetary System because it was already discussed by the previous reporters. So to enhance or to refresh your knowledge about IFMS, let me define what is this all about. So IFMS is the global rules, policies that is gisunod sa usa ka nation in order to manage their money, how to manage the bank and the economy of the country. So basically, this is all about unsaon pag-manage sa usa ka country ang iyahang money sa bangko, ang economy, and trading across nations. So, nag-talk lagi ni siya about sa financial and monetary of the country. And let us talk about OECD or the Organization for Economic and Cooperation Development. From the word cooperation, economic, and development, so this group or this organization is a group of countries comprised of 38 countries all over the world that help each other to maintain or to make the economy grow. So the Philippines are not yet fully member of this organization but in the process of making the member. So kani siya is mga country ni siya nga magtinabangay sa usag-usa in order nga mapalambo ang ilang ekonomiya sa Pilipinas. So let us discuss about the complexity of financial needs. There are 4 complexity of financial needs mentioned in the book. So the first is new financial products, financial engineering. Third one is mergers and acquisition, and the fourth one or the last one is the new platforms and technology. So let us first what is new financial products. So example ani is existing financial products na siyang gina-offer sa financial system, financial and monetary system. So example ni kay insurance, loans, and etc. So the second one is financial engineering. Financial engineering means a way or a complex ways in order nga mapalambok ka imuhang kwarta. So example aning financial engineering is mobile ka og stocks and everything. The third one is mergers and acquisition. So from the word acquisition or mergers, emerge nimo. So example ani is a company buying another company or mag-invest ang usa kang company sa isa pa company in order nga mapalambo ang iyahang kwarta. The fourth one is the new platforms and technologies. So, ang basic example or common example ani is ang GCash where maka-buy ta og load, maka-send ta og cash through over the world or across over the world or within the local community lamang. Ang technology, mga computers nga ginagamit in order nga mag-transact sa money. So, ang kanipong mga platforms, inap na siya example kanang naay mga kanang famous apps nga where maka-invest ka og money, where maka-buy ka og stocks in order nga mo-grow ang imuhang money. So, ang complexity of financial needs is as the technology evolve, our world is adapting the modern technology. Ang financial needs pud kay nakaanam-anam pud og kataas iyahang standard. The more complex or the more advanced ang isa ka country, the more pud nga mo demand og high kanang needs ang usa ka financial system. So mao na siya ang complexity of financial system. Again, there are 4. The first one is no financial products where makapalit ka og or maka-in ka tong insurance, investment. Second one, financial engineering where is imong money mo dako mo na to magpahig mga stocks and everything. The third one is mergers and acquisitions, pagbuy og stocks sa lain nga o pagbuy og company sa lain nga company, pag-invest sa imong money sa lain nga company. The fourth one is new platforms and technology, the existence of GCash and everything. These four are the common definitions that can be used in discussing the issues and challenges of IFMS. So the first one is financial deregulation. From the word deregulate, then it means that the rules are being lessened or dili na kayo stricto ang rules unlike sa una, whereas ang karon is maka-loan, maka-invest, and unlike sa una nga stricto jud siya kaayo. Pero risky lang siya because it might cost financial crisis. So mao na siya ang financial deregulation, the lesson of kanang gipagamyan ang risk, gipagamyan or less strict ang isa ka financial policies sa isa ka bangko para po gihimo po ni siya in order nga motaas or mopalambo ang atong economy sa usa ka country. The second one is the capital controls. So this means that the government may limit or limitahan ang paggawas og sud sa foreign money sa ato ang nasod. For example, if someone will send 1 million or less lang na. So if someone will send 500 pesos in the or sa iyahang kapamilya nga to sa US, then the government might lessen that into 200,000. So mao ni siya ang capital controls. Dili basta-basta ang pagpagawas o pagsud sa foreign money sa ato ang bansa. So the third one is dollar block. Mura na siya o isa ka country nga ang gigamit nila in order nga mag-trade across the world is the US dollar. So if ever maapektuhan ang change or fluctuating sa US dollar currency, then ang ilaha pod is maapektuhan pod. So if ang country magamit og US dollar para mag-trade, then they are using or they are called dollar block. Example ani is ang Saudi Arabia and the Hong Kong. The last one common definition is the discount window. So in this discount window can be identify or mahibaw ani mo nga nahitabo na nga discount window if ever, for example, the Metrobank mahotdan sila og kwarta niya na ay ning withdraws nila, then the Metrobank can used or can loan or emergency loan ngadto sa BSP sa Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. So mao na siya ang discount window. Proceed to the concerns and challenges of IFMS. So the first one is the effectiveness of banking, insurance, and financial market supervision. So this is to identify if effective ba or kanang para makita ang progress and maprotektahan ang mga kwarta sa bangko. Kaya na magoy uban nga kanang naay mga bangko ba nga gamiton ang ilahang money sa people and for their personal gain. So now let us discuss the concerns and challenges of the IFMS. The first one is the effectiveness of banking, insurance, and financial market supervision. So let's talk about tanawon if ever ang katong mga policies inside the bank nga ginapropose nila nga to sa people nga nag-invest or nag-save sa ilahang bangko is na align ba sa ilahang pamamalakad. So this is to ensure that the money of the people will not go in vain. So kani siya is protection ni siya in order nga ang nang kwarta sa people is safe ra gid siya kay naman goy uban nga bangko nga mang scam and gamiton ang people's money in order nga makuha ang ilahang personal gain. So this is a challenge because need gid sa bangko or need sa nagdumala or sa government nga i-track regularly or i-supervise regularly ang kwarta sa mga tao. So if non-compliance or wala ning comply ang usa ka bangko, then it will lead to imprisonment or a due process para mahibaw-an if guilty ang usa ka bangko, and if not, then it is good sign nga the bank is serving the people. Second to concern and challenges of IFMS is the micro procedural framework. So if we say micro, then the whole system. It does not revolve around the one bank only, but the entire banking system. So it is used in order nga protektahan ang usa ka individual about in his money. So this is not just, as I've said earlier, it is not just provided or it is not just present in one bank, but the entire or the whole banking system in the country. One is the systematic financial risk. So if ever na ay problema sa usa ka system, then it is not just the system will have or will at risk, but also the entire system. So tanan, if ever na maguba usa, then the all system will have it lost. So mura po siya og maapektuhan pod ang usa ka system. Mo na siyang risgo ang usa ka financial system. The last issues and challenges is the fintech problems. So if ever, mo na siya, fintech means financial technology problems. So if ever na ay problema imong technology, then it will have the issues of the money. So it will risk the money of the people. So dapat if ever na-adjoy regular maintenance and monitoring about the technology being used in the bangko para dili or malikayan ang mga risgo nga pwedeng mahitabo. To conclude everything, the issues and challenges of IFMS must be dapat siyang tutukan in order nga malikayan ang dapat likayan and masave ang dapat masave within the bangko. So with this, the government must uphold the rights of the people who are investing money to the bank in order pud nga with this, in order pud nga mahatagan pud og better economy ang country. It is a win-win situation for both the government and its people. So the issues and challenges must be resolved and have the resolution in order to provide a good and better lives of every Filipino or every people in that nation. To use the power, the manpower, the right of every Filipino or the every people in the country para maprotektahan ang money sa mga tao, to use the government to provide rules and regulations in order to have a money security in the bank. This will also not reflect the people's money, but will reflect how good governance is present in that country.